know that's my baby, right? That's my baby. You know that's my baby, right?
To the moon, shawty.
I hate to see him leave.
Oh, so for those who don't know who you are, give them a little background about your career and where you came from.
I am Rasheeda, aka the Georgia Beach, aka the Boss Chick. I am a female hip hop entertainer, and I have been for a nice little while. I started off in a 3-girl rap group called the Capers when I was like preteen and through my teen years, and decided to go solo. And I've been a solo artist ever since. And I am a underground Southern female who just go hard and do what I do, and been doing it for a minute. And I'm constantly growing all the time, and looking forward to bigger and better things in 2012.
Okay. Now, I've been a fan of your music for quite a while now. And your music has really, it takes women to different places. On, the new mixtape, Boss Bitch Volume 4, which, my next question, starting this series of Boss Bitch music, how did that come about?
Just me, one day I was just like, you know what? Being an independent artist and through the different things I've been through throughout my career and being independent and strong and going hard and having a steady fan base and being a mother and having businesses and stuff, I'm a boss chick. I'm a bitch. I really am. So I was doing, I had already been doing mixtapes. I've been doing mixtapes before the Boss Bitch Music series of mixtapes. And when I was getting ready to start, after I released the one before the series, which was Terrestrial Bitch, I was like, you know what? It's time for me to, switch it up a little bit and give them some Boss Bitch music. And I just came up with the idea of Boss Bitch music and did 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm glad I was able to, continue from 1 to 4 and having fans, asking and wanting. And it was a lot of fans who were saying, when you coming out with Boss Bitch music part 2? And I was like, yeah, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4. So I just kept going with it, and it's just who I am.
Okay.
As an artist,
Because the mixtapes, they really do want it. Myself personally, after the first one, after the second one, I actually wanted more and more. And even after this one, I want another one. And my next question is, having all of this stuff, you just talked about being a mother, being an artist, all this, how do you manage all of it?
You know what, it's just like any other woman, especially any other working mom. You just have to make it work. You gotta have some backbone with you, some team players, family or whatnot, however you decide to go, do it. And you just gotta stay focused. You gotta have a plan. You gotta, make things work. Sometimes, things that may not go specifically like you want them to. The fortunate part about myself is I can, take my son with me a lot of times, and, I do have a great family who's always there helping me and stuff like that. But it's like, you just gotta juggle. You gotta make it work and have a plan and just go for what you know.
Exactly. Now, talking more about your music, a lot of the songs on your mixtape, they're all, they're women related because it's Boss Bitch music. So when you're in the studio and you're writing these songs, what comes to your mind when you're thinking about writing a song?
You know what? It kind of depends on the beat and my mood. I am a woman and I'm a Gemini, so I may wake up with the thought of, I want to talk about how women out here going and seeing these fake doctors and just not using their ears when it comes time to do something.
Oh, I gotta have.
You know what I'm saying? In the long run, or today, I went to the club last night. I woke up the next morning and I'm feeling like, hey, I want to get caught. I want to do something fun. Either from the back, or whatever the case may be. I just go where the beat takes me, and it's just like I don't have rituals and all other kind of stuff like certain artists may have or whatever. I just go with the flow. I do what I feel, and it's woman music because I'm a woman, and I feel as though as a songwriter, no one else can write for me, and express things better than me as a woman, and I just do woman music because that's just what I am.
Okay. Now, we talked about your fans a little bit. Now, me personally, I've been a your music. So when you go out and you have these shows or whatnot, like what is your fans' reaction to the music?
You know what? It's just great. Like, pretty much what I do now is I have a very large catalog of music. So I kind of let the fans dictate. You know, I'll start off doing a couple of songs, and then I start to ask the fan base. I'm like, yo, everybody in the crowd, I'm like, what y'all want to hear? And people start shouting out music. And to be honest with you, I try to give them everything they ask for because I'm so, you know, just blessed to be able to do, you know, what I love every day. And, you know, I do shows, and it's lots of people come out and support. And it's just all about giving them what they want and having a good time and leaving a lasting impression, you know, as a female in the game and as a woman who has a fan base, and they want to feel it, they want to, you know, understand it and go deep, and they want you to go hard, and that's exactly what I want to do. I want to give them what they want.
Okay. Now, talking more about music and you, let's talk about you a little bit. Your music and what you talk about, you're like a real person, and getting to know you more here, you know you're a really, really real person. So when people meet you, like, what is their reaction? Like, oh my God, Sheeda, you real?
All the time. I get that, like, so much is crazy. And the funny thing to me is, like, I'm just me. Like, I've never been caught up in any of the music industry, anything. Like, because, you know, I look at it like, the realness comes through. People want and appreciate a real artist, the person they can feel that they understand is real, their music is real, it's relatable, and everything. And I look at it like, all I know how to do is be me. That's why I preach it to other people. Be yourself. Nobody's going to be better at being and doing you than you. And that's just how I am. Like, people always be like, man, you mad cool. Like, you're not like other people or whatnot. And it's, to me, I just look at it as a straight compliment because I'm just being myself, and I'm able to be myself and be comfortable with it, and that's just what you get.
Okay. I know on this mixtape, Boss Bitch Volume 4, and on the last one, Boss Bitch Volume 3, you did a collaboration with Toya. Now, Toya isn't like, you know, an artist. So how did you get her to come about and do music?
Well, that's my homegirl, number one, and, you know, throughout the years and stuff, we be talking, and she's always wanted to kind of like branch into rap, nothing too serious, but just play and have fun with it. It's something that she just wanted to do, and I was like, I'm gonna make that come about. Like, okay, let's do this. Let's get in the studio, and let's figure out the songs that fit you, and let's go in and you drop a nice hot verse on there, and keep it moving. And I'm just glad I was able to be the person who can bring that out of her, and help her fulfill something that she kind of always wanted to do. And we have fun with it. I mean, every time we go in the studio, when it comes to any kind of music, we have a ball with it. And she doesn't take it too seriously. Like, she's not looking to just be a full-fledged female rapper or anything, but, she just has fun with it, and that's the important part. So I enjoy it.
Okay. And both of the songs that you guys have done together have been, like, two of my faves. Definitely on a new mixtape. Marry Me is my song.
Thank you. Like it.
Yes, I really like that song. Now, convert over to something else. We talked about you, besides you as an artist, your music is like kind of, I would say, more realer than maybe some other female artists that are out in the game right now. So compared to some other artists, what are your tactics to be better than anybody else?
You know what? I don't even think of tactics to be better than anyone else. Mm-hmm. My tactic is for me to just become better each and every time as I go in and create music and do music and challenge myself and do different things. Just like, as long as I'm growing, and that's my main thing, I just want to continue to grow. And I feel as though as an artist, if you are, trying to branch out a lot more and, really mold your craft, and, people will see it and feel it and understand it. And I really think people feel that on the new mixtape. Like, they feel the realness, and they feel me and my confidence in the songs that I'm doing, and, and in the music. And it's not even, I don't think about other female artists. I'm aware of them, but I drive down my path in my lane and do what I do, and I just continue to try to be a better Rasheeda.
Okay. Now, an avid fan of yours, your new song that recently surfaced the internet and had everybody going crazy was Legs to the Moon.
Right.
Now, Legs to the Moon, I must say, I heard Legs to the Moon before the mixtape had dropped. And
Right.
that, even after the mixtape dropped, that was still my favorite song. I put all my girls up on it. That's my jam. So, doing collaborations with, we talked about Toya and having Candy on the mixtape. Now, how was that? I know you guys are really close friends.
Right. It's like me and Candy go in the studio. We do stuff all the time. It's like, first of all, we got to get past talking for the first 3 or 4 hours. Like, we get in there, we do lollygag, and then finally, like, foster somebody that has to come in there and be like, okay, look, y'all done talked for 3 hours now. Let's get to the music, you know. But, I mean, it's great. She and I always do great music. And it was so funny because I had actually came up with this whole Legs to the Moon thing, and I was like, I got this idea in this song in my head. Let's try this, you know. And Candy was like, okay. And we did it, and it turned out really, 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 really hot. And I really love the record. Like, it turned out amazing, and the response to it has been crazy. That record was leaked. It wasn't supposed to come out before the mixtape. It was supposed to come out, you know, be available once the mixtape dropped. Don't ask me how I got leaked. You know, however people do on their little internet, whatever they do, they did it, and it was leaked. And I just happened to look on my Twitter, and my timeline was flooded with, oh my God, Legs to the Moon, at Rasheeda, at Candy, oh my God. And I was like, well, there it is. But the good thing is, you know, at first I was kind of mad, I can't lie. I was like, damn, how my song get leaked? This is the whole thing. But then I was like, well, that's a good sign because, you know, wax songs don't get leaked.
Right.
It's like, when a song get leaked, it's because people, you know,
they want to hear
get it out there. So it's a good thing. So I ain't mad. It's been doing amazing.
All right. Now, talking about Candy, I saw you, I'm an avid watcher of Candy Coated Nights. That's my show.
Okay.
So, a couple weeks ago, you were a guest on Candy Coated Nights, and they were talking about love and hip-hop. Now, let me ask you, would you ever do anything like love and hip-hop?
Would I do love and hip-hop?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the show is actually, I mean, you know, it has, it's a great show. I mean, and really when you think about it and the title Love and Hip-Hop, it's totally kind of relatable to me as Rasheeda, you know? So it would be something I would do.
Okay. Now, you talked about the show a little bit on there, and, and your expression, you know, of the ladies. Now, how do you feel, the title is Love and Hip Hop. Now, do you think that the ladies live up to that standard in a good way, or can it be some things that can be improved?
I think when it comes to making good television, you have to have a variety of different elements on a show, and I think it does well. I mean, to be honest with you, it's like it has pieces of a lot of pieces of the realness that goes on, you know, with Emily dealing with Fabulous, and with, you know, with a woman who's, you know, engaged to a hip hop artist, and, you know, women, an artist who's kind of struggling to find her place. I mean, to me, I look at it like, I mean, then you have like the Kim Bella, who's, you know, a girlfriend to a hip hop artist, and the video vixen type of chick. I mean, it's a lot of that go on too. I mean, I think that there's other parts that can be captivated as well that I'm looking forward to seeing them do too. But for what they've done with the show, I gotta give it props. It's a really good show.
Yeah, I do. I definitely would agree. So, talking about back to music, we flipping around everywhere. But back to music. I know that you were a part of this group, the BBC. Now, where did this title come about, and how did it all get started?
Well, it wasn't actually a group, and BBC was something that I came up with, and it was just when I was working on what volume was it work on? I think volume 1. I was doing the Bedrock remix, and I already knew I wanted Candy to sing the hook. I already knew I wanted Toya to rap on there, and that was going to be pretty much like her debut, her rap debut. And at that time, Diamond and I were had done some music together, and I hit her to do a verse. And then I had just established a relationship with Lola Monroe, and I was like, you know what, I need to get Lola on here too. You know what, really, I just want to put together an all-female hot remix joint and put it on my mixtape and show everybody that hot boss chicks can come together. As a matter of fact, you know what? This is gonna be the boss bitch clique right here. This was my whole concept as I was sitting down with Frost and I was talking to him about it. And I was like, this is exactly what I want to do. And once I get everybody's verses and everything laid down, I want to shoot a video. And that's exactly how it came about. So it was just something I came up with.
Okay. Now, coming forward with the Boss Bitch Music series, do you plan on adding any more to the collection?
Any more Boss Bitch volumes?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, 4 is a really good number, and my focus next is definitely going to be an album, but I'll just have to see how the demand goes. Let's see if I want to continue with 5 or if I want to start something fresh and new or what. I'm not sure yet. So,
okay. Now, I know you did 4 mixtapes, and on the last one, you just recently added a DJ to your mixtapes. Now, normally, people do a DJ on every mixtape they have. Why did you wait so long?
To be honest with you, because I felt, one thing I've never expressed this, but with it being Boss Bitch Music, I always kept it just me.
Right.
Hosting it, doing my music, and running. But this time, I decided to bring a DJ in just to add a little extra spice. I mean, I had a couple of DJs that were coming at me, and I hit A1. He's just really hungry. His work ethic is really, really strong. And I was like, you know what, come on, let's just get on here, throw a little extra sauce on that thing, and let's just keep it moving. Just doing something a little different so it's just not down the exact same lines as the other volume.
Okay. Now, we talked about, maybe adding another volume to the collection. Other than that, what else do you have coming for your music?
Like I said, I will be dropping an album later this year. That's definitely the plan. But I'm still, with BBM Volume 4, I have so many videos that need to get done. I'm in the process of working on treatments and stuff now for a couple of the videos, getting those scheduled and laid out. And I get a lot of my songs placed. I get a lot of songs placed on television shows and movies. So I'm looking forward to 2012. Locking down some more great placements with that as far as publishing is concerned. And I got a few other surprises, really, really big surprises coming in 2012 as well. That'll be, musically, visually, just a whole lot of different things. So people will see a whole lot of Rasheeda this year, a whole lot.
Okay. Now, tell everybody where they can find you, website, Twitter, Facebook, anything like that.
First, I want to say I have an apparel/accessories website.
Yeah! Oh, my goodness. My goodness, I almost forgot all about that. And let me say, before you talk about that, I've been meaning to order a shirt for a couple weeks. I had forgot about it. It was on. See, I don't even know how I forgot about it. But I'm a big fan of those shirts. I'm going to definitely have to get one this week.
Thank you. Well, those are all slogans from my music. All of those are lyrics. Anything on any shirt that's on my website are lyrics from my music. So that's definitely something a little different that a little angle that I came up with that I felt like, would be really, really dope. And all the accessories and stuff. So everybody make sure you come and check out imbossy.com. It's imbossy.com. Follow me on Twitter. I am at Rasheeda. It's at RASHEEDA. Check out my YouTube page with all my bitty videos. It is youtube.com/DLO117. And, that's about it. Make sure you get BBM Volume 4. Make sure you have all the volumes. And make sure you do go get the newest one, BBM Volume 4. It is available on live mixtapes and on thatpiff.com.
Hey, that's my baby. That's my baby, right? That's my baby. You know that's my baby, right?
To the moon, shawty.
I hate to see him leave.